Okay, hello doctor, I will starting.
I divide deep into two crucial concepts that are steering our world towards a more sustainable future: carbon footprint and carbon credit. Let's start with carbon footprint. What exactly is it? In simple terms, a carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gas emissions, whether directly or indirectly generated by an individual and organization, a product or an activity throughout its life cycle. We usually express it in terms of carbon dioxide equivalent. Think about it. Every time we drive a car, turn on the light, or even order a product online, we are leaving a mark on the environment that our carbon footprint. Now, greenhouse gases play a central role here. There's gases in the atmosphere that have a unique ability. They can absorb the long-wave radiation reflected from the ground and then re-emit it. This process might sound a bit technical, but in essence, it is like a blanket around the Earth, trapping heat and causing global warming. Some of the most common greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide and methane. There are two type of carbon footprint we should know about it. The direction the direct carbon footprint comes from activity like the direct use of fossil fuels, such as burning gasoline in a car. On the other hand, the indirect carbon footprint encompasses emissions from a product or service's entire life cycle, excluding direct emissions. For example, the emissions from manufacturing the material for a smartphone even before you start using it contribute to its indirect carbon footprint. Oh, there is direct carbon footprint and the indirect carbon footprint, and there is benefit of carbon footprint. Just to take a look. Okay, calculating our carbon footprint is not just any academic exercise. It's of utmost importance. Firstly, it helps us understand the environmental impact of our actions. By quantifying greenhouse gas emissions, we can clearly see which of our behaviors are the biggest culprits in terms of carbon emissions. Secondly, it enables us to formulate eff- eff- effective emissions reduction strategies. Once we know where our emissions are coming from, we can target those areas for important. Thirdly, it promoted green consumption. When consumers are aware of product carbon footprint, they can make more environmentally friendly purchasing decision. decision. And finally, in the global fight against climate change, it promotes international cooperation by providing a unified standard for countries to work together on emission reduction. Now, let's shift our focus to carbon credit. Carbon credit represent the amount of greenhouse gases that enterprises or other entities are allowed to emit within the carbon emission trading system. They are usually measured in terms of carbon dioxide equivalent. Carbon credit plays several vital roles. First, they help control the total amount of emissions. By setting an upper limit, we can manage the overall carbon emissions within a region or an industry. Second, they encourage emission reduction. Enterprises that exceed their emission limited need to purchase additional emission reduction quotas, where those that reduce emissions can sell their credit, creating an incentive for active emission reduction. Third, they optimize optimizes resources or allocation. They resources towards the low carbon sector, which in turn promotes industrial upgrading. Fourth, they can increase profits for enterprises by reducing emissions and the potential in sales of carbon credit. Companies can support their green development. And last but not least, they assist countries in the fulfilling their international emission reduction commit, commitments, helping to achieve global emission reduction targeted. Let's take the construction industry as an example. In civil engineering, there are several reduction strategies we can adopt. Design optimization is key. By planning the layout rationally, using any eviction structural system and avoiding waste of space and material, we can cut down emission rate right from the design phase. Material upgrade is another crucial aspect. Choosing green and durable building material, increasing the use of recyclable material, and reducing overall consumption can significantly lower the carbon footprint. During construction, we can promote prefabricated assembly, enhance construction accuracy, and recycle construction waste. And in the operation phase, increasing building with energy-saving device use intelligent control system and conduct, conducting regular maintenance can extend the building's lifespan and reduce energy consumption. In conclusion, understanding carbon footprint and carbon credit is not just for environmental associate or industry expand. It is for each and every one of us. Whether we are making daily choices as consumers or strategic decisions as business leaders, these concepts matter. By being more aware of our carbon footprint and leveraging the power of carbon credit, we can all contribute to a more sustainable, greener planet. Let's take action today because every small step counts in our collective journey toward a better future. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Doctor.